Hi, Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, or Venus. This is Dane, and I am going to be doing your December 16th to the 30th, 2020 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also to subscribe to my channel. And if you would like to be notified whenever I upload new videos, and I upload all the time, just hit the bell notification button. And if you're interested in any of the cards that I'm using, they will all be linked and located in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let's clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it is comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from your body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as you enter into this safe and loving space. Let's let the bowls sing as we see what the tarot has to say. Aries, December 16th to the 30th, 2020, Aries. December 16th to the 31st, 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 2020, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay. One bonus card. Fantastic. And let's see what your chakra energy is for this time. Aries, December 16th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. 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 Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Fantastic, these three. So we have abundance with the root chakra, which is absolutely beautiful. Who doesn't like seeing abundance? We have dreams with the third eye chakra. And we're going to equate this all to the tarot in a moment. And we have determination with the solar plexus chakra. So that's such a beautiful combination. It really is. The left-hand side here is your inner self. The middle is your heart, your emotional self. The right-hand side, the public arena, the public self. So we start with the 5 of Cups. Then we have the Queen of Cups. Water sign energy, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. We have here the 9 of Swords and the 10 of Pentacles. That's interesting. juxtaposition. We have the Hermit, which is Virgo energy, time frame August 23rd to September 22nd. We have the Chariot, which is Cancer energy, time frame is June 21st to July 22nd. You have the Ace of Wands, God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine, the universe, handing a gift just for you. And then you have the Page of Cups, strong water sign energy here, very strong. You have the Knight of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Oh, you have the Ten of Cups here, which is absolutely beautiful. You have the Three of Swords and the Six of Pentacles. Oh, interesting. Okay, so I'm not going to lie. It's going to be a bit of a bumpy road at times. It's not necessarily a bad thing at all. I know you're thinking, Dane, if it's a bumpy road, then it's not going to be a good thing. But it's going to be quite powerful for you. And what you're doing here is you're coming to a completion of a cycle financially and also emotionally as you are moving forward. So there is a sense of abundance, there is a sense of dreams coming forward, there is a sense of your will really paying off for you as you move towards your goals, as you move towards what you desire, but also you're releasing so much that has held you back. Your bonus card here is the Star, Aquarius energy, time frame January 20th to February 18th. This is you embracing the stars, your greatest hopes, your greatest wishes, the highest form of man's perfection. And it really is quite beautiful for you. At times it can be intoxicating. It's like you get so focused on the beauty and the brilliance and the power of your truth. So that's going to be really, really cool. All right, let's see the people you are to be mindful of during this time. Aries, December 16th to the 30th, 2020, Aries. Who does Aries need to be mindful of? December 16th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. Who does Aries need to be mindful of? December 16th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. Who does Aries need to be mindful of? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels. Fantastic. Oh, that's interesting that divinity had me do who you are to be mindful of first instead of who is going to aid you during this time. So we'll do aiding later on. You have here the Queen of Swords. This is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is somebody who is very blunt with their words, can have a bit of a temper at times. They can. But the thing with air sign energy is that they'll say what they need to say and they'll move on. Especially if they're more evolved. If they are less evolved, they will fight. They will be the type of people who follow you around the house yelling at you, which, solves nothing. So here with the Queen of Air, this is somebody who is very much in their element, very much, believes that they are right, believes that they have found the answers, and really cuts through all the other nonsense to move that forward. So this is just a person you have to be mindful of, whether this be a person that kind of you stumble across in one form of media or another, where you sit there and you think, wow, they have all the answers. And then you're looking at things and you're like, do they, am I really moving forward in the way that I want to? Or are they really moving forward in the way that they want to? And then you have Sagittarius energy. This is going to be somebody who's astoundingly inquisitive, as is the air sign energy. But this is going to be somebody who dives deeply into their knowledge, into their understandings. And though they like to share their knowledge with others, this isn't going to be something that really concerns them. So if you're looking for kind of greater truths from them, they're just not going to be able to give it during this time. There's going to be something that they're really wrapped up in. It's either that they're seeking something more, like some balance within their life, or they're going deeper into what they want. So that's just something to be mindful of during this time. And then you have the King of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is a person who's very rigid in their beliefs, who says it has to be like this, it will be like this is the way that things are connected. And Aries, during this time, you're breaking free of a lot of what has held you back, and you're finding a way to acknowledge the hurt and the pain and disappointment that you have been through, and to find balance back in your life as you claim your prosperity, as you move yourself forward. There is a sense here of facing nightmares, of facing doubts and fears, and feeling like I'll never be able to move forward the way that I want to, or things will never happen and I'm just going to be stuck. And that's going to be something that when things get hard, that's going to be your first response. It's like, of course, this year has been terrible, everything goes wrong, and you're just going to lambaste yourself. And that's going to be something you need to be astoundingly mindful of, because if you start ripping into yourself, that really does leave you to being open to more negativity coming in, open to other people's attacks really stinging deeply. So here it's like, embrace your truth, understand your truth, and move forward in what you love, in what you need from your soul, from your life, and from yourself. Because as we embrace here the root chakra, the third eye chakra, and the solar plexus chakra, you are going to see yourself moving forward in a different way, transforming, re-evaluating, gaining a greater understanding. So here with the root chakra, we have abundance. And abundance is at the root of you. It's at the root of every human being. It might not be the abundance that we cross our fingers for and say, oh, I just want to drive the fanciest car and have the biggest house. But it's the abundance of soul. It's the abundance of purpose. It's the abundance of divinity being a part of our lives. And so here, as you walk into this abundance, as you let this abundance and acknowledge this abundance at the root of you, you find things starting to change. Why? Because it's like change your mind, change your life, which is what we start off with here in the tarot. We start off with the Five of Cups, which is saying change your mind, change your life. And so at the root of you, that's what you're doing. You're calling forward abundance. You're calling forward prosperity. And as you call this forward within your life, you have your dreams playing a powerful part of how you move forward, of what it is that you desire. Your third eye starts to open up. It's either you have much more vivid dreams than you have had before, or it can be that you start daydreaming, during the day, just kind of like zoning off every now and then, and inspiration comes to you or ideas come to you. It's like, oh, that's the missing piece. That's what I desire. That's what I need. That's what I'm longing for. That's what I'm looking for. It's like, oh, I get it. And as that happens, you are also going to start to see your dreams manifesting themselves into the waking world, meaning that you might have woken up one day feeling really, really happy about something, or, nostalgic. And you can kind of remember a coffee house that you used to go to or something like that. And then all of a sudden, somebody brings something up and you're right back there and you have the answer because it's linked to that emotion, to that feeling. And that's going to be something that happens to you more often than not during this time. And it brings you to determination. It brings you during this time. I mean, it's like you're absolutely determined. You're absolutely going to go after what it is that you want, where it is that you're headed. Do you feel at times emotionally that you're swimming upstream? Yes, you do. You see it here with the being a student of your heart. You see it here with the being of the queen. And in your determination, in your passion, in everything that happens, your heart is so intricately involved. And it is at times, surrounding you with emotions, surrounding you with doubts and with fears and with joys and with happinesses and chaos and beauty and just everything in between. And so the solar plexus chakra is saying, don't stop swimming. Don't stop raising, your expectations. It's not that you're raising them out of the water, but saying, this is what I want for my life and I'm not going to settle. It's not, Spirit keeps on saying, it's not letting yourself down, which sounds a little bit rude to say. But it's not sitting there and looking at you and saying, I can't do this. I can't move forward this way. There's too much. It's too hard. It's too chaotic. I just can't. It's like, oh no, I can. And I will. And I'm going after it. I am determined. I am dedicated. I am driven. And it leads you right into what's crowning you in your inner self. You change your mind, you change your life. Instead of focusing on what's spilt on the ground, instead of focusing on what has stained you, what has scarred you, what has hurt you, turn around, see the Two of Cups. See the minor arcana Lover's card right there, the Two of Cups. Love and beauty and joy and prosperity and success and bounty. But we focus, as human beings, we focus on the bad because the bad means more to us. It does. It has a greater impact. We are developed as human beings to want to please everybody and to kind of keep the calm within a group setting and to remember bad things over good things because that's what's going to keep us alive. Because we were hunter-gatherers far longer than we are the humans that we see today. So here, it's sitting there and saying, okay, I respect that. I respect what I am afraid of. I respect and expect that it will come up and kind of haunt me every now and then, kind of like, Casper, the not so friendly ghost. And I will honor that. I will honor those fears. I will honor those hurts. I will honor the people who were supposed to be on my side, but just absolutely failed me. I will honor all of that because it made up my story and it deserves to be honored. I do not deserve to resent or to hate any part of my psyche, any part of myself. But I move forward in love. I move forward in joy. I move forward in healing. I move forward in a greater understanding of my truth, of my passion, of my power, of my brilliance. And it brings you to the Queen of Cups. It brings you to love. It brings you to a sense of, I rule but one person. And that's what the King and the Queen of Cups really shows in the tarot. I rule but one person, and that is me. And the Queen is not so interested in the ruling like the King is. The King is more seen and he is more heard. The Queen I see more as behind the scenes, like the director behind the scenes instead of the actor. The Queen of Cups is saying here, I rule my life with my love, with my honor, with a respect for what's important to me. And as I do so, I bless. I bless my world. I bless myself. I embrace my truth. I look at what it is that I desire and what it is that I can nurture within my world. And it then brings you to the Nine of Swords. It brings you to a place of nightmares, which sounds so odd to say that you go from acclaiming, okay? But you also have here, and look at that, you have the third eye, okay? Or you have the evil eye over the heart chakra, over also, well, no, the heart chakra, yeah, it's kind of interlap. It's over the throat chakra, but it'll also be over the heart chakra here. So there is a sense of warding off evil, but also warding off the negativity of others. That's why you feel like you're swimming upstream. That's why you feel like it has been such a journey. It has been such an experience. And as you embrace your truth, as you see what is desired of your life, of what you need and what you're striving towards, you claim what is important to you. You claim what is powerful for you, and you ward off the negativity of others. And it brings you to looking at the nightmares, to looking at what holds you back. What, when you think of, things just going topsy-turvy, everything going wrong, what does that make you feel like? What do you think of? It's not calling that into being, but it's looking at the hardships, the pain, the anger, the upsets, the upheaval that makes up so much of our lives, that makes us up so much of ourselves. Because we look at things and we say, that pain is what I never want to experience again. But we have that wound. And that wound can be something that we've become very familiar with. It is the wound that, our parents inflicted on us, that teachers inflicted on us, that exes inflicted on us. And it is the wound that we sit there and say, well, I'm comfortable with this because I know it. I know it. It's the same sort of hurt. And so we trap ourselves in that nightmare of wound mates, instead of the beauty, which is here in the public arena, of soulmates, of love and of honor and of understanding and of beauty of soul and of self. So this is something that really needs to be addressed. The wounds that we perpetuate within our lives. Because the thing is, and we talk about this usually in relationships. We talk about wound mates in relationships. And we say, okay, you've been wronged this certain way, or negativity was spoken over you. Now, it could have been that you had a rocky relationship with your father or your mother, and this was the way that you were taught love was. Even if you thought in your head, like, this is messed up. But here, it's like, okay, I know that this isn't what I want to repeat within my life. But we find partners that greatly resemble that which we are more comfortable with. And it's the wounds. But we also find jobs. We find financial situations that perpetuate the negativity that was spoken over us. The fact that I can't move forward. The fact that you really just aren't that good. Why do you even try? Type of thing. And this is like the buck ends here. It's like, it's enough. I'm done, and I'm not letting these nightmares, these fears, these doubts, this chaos define my life anymore and define me anymore. And so you look at the nightmare and you say, that's it. Instead of chaining me, it is what can cut these ropes, what can cut what binds. And it brings me then to the Ten of Pentacles. It brings you to wealth and prosperity and abundance that lasts for generations. It brings you to wisdom that helps you grow, that helps you understand. Now, it can be something happens and you see things a little bit more objectively. okay? And you step back and you're like, huh, never looked at it like that before, but okay. But it's also going to be here that as you look at what it is that you desire in your life, you're calling forward your prosperity. You're not calling forward the prosperity that, you should have had, or the prosperity that others wanted for you. You're looking at your life and saying, this is who I am. This is what I'm good at. And this is what I'm, not so good at. And I embrace the prosperity. I embrace the bounty. I embrace the brilliance that is me. And I'm not going to try and make myself into something I'm not. Because so often we look at success and we see success in a very certain way. This group of people here are successful. They look a certain way, they act a certain way. This is how success looks. Well, what if that's not you? Does that mean that you're out of the club? Absolutely not. It means that you then look at things and say, well, how do I get to be successful? How do I get to move forward? And then you take that knowledge. And what happens is that this is success that lasts for generations. Now, you start to teach that to the people around you. It doesn't mean that you sit down and you have, this conference with them. It means that from the example of your being, of your living, you teach, okay, your success. You teach your prosperity. You teach your abundance through your simple existence. And that gets passed down. It can be within your own family. It can be with the people that you know and you run into, and they're like, wow, that's really kind of cool. And so then it leads you to the hermit. Your heart during this time does not need everybody else's acceptance, does not need everybody else's approval. It needs to follow your light, your passion, your soul, and your desire. You have the repeat of the number 9 here, so you're very close to a completion of a cycle. This is mentally, okay, that this is playing off of. 10, okay, here repeated. You have reached the end of a cycle financially and emotionally. Something is changing. A new season, a new dawn, a new day is most definitely coming in. And the hermit is showing you the passion to move forward, the sense of the quiet. Instead of saying, oh, I can't stand quiet, I don't get to really connect with anything. It's like, this is my quiet, this is my truth, this is what I'm connecting with. You get to see the meditative aspect of yourself, or you are kind of really drawn to what makes you feel good. You start to discover new things that you're sitting there, you're like, wow, I never would have thought of that. I never would have done that. And now here, it starts to move you forward because you're letting your own inner light be that guide, be that understanding. And I see that, again, it's like the evil eye right there. It's the warding off of evil. It is the warding off of negativity. And it's the stepping into your power, which brings you then to the chariot. And the chariot is determination. The chariot is focus. People underestimate the chariot because we look back now and we say, oh, it's a chariot. What's the big deal? Back in the day, they were the tanks of their time. Just like when you read the parable of David and Goliath, right? You sit there and you think, wow, Goliath is this giant. David only has a slingshot. Well, slingshots, back in those times, that was the most advanced weapon you could have. And so here with the chariot, as you're moving forward, you have advanced weaponry, okay? Because you have this connection with your heart, this connection with what you love, this connection with your soul. It charges you forward. People can't tell you how to love or, what to love during this time. They just can't. Now, be it, you might sit there and say, oh, Dane, nobody can tell anybody how to love or what to do, especially not me, I'm an Aries. You'd be surprised how much we listen, even when we think we're not. So as you embrace your love, as you embrace your glory, as you embrace your truth, you embrace the power that is you. You embrace the beauty that is you. And you charge forward. You charge forward looking at, that which has made it hard to be silent, that which makes it scary to connect. But also with the dark and the light, with everything that is and everything that will be, the tamed aspect of ourselves and the untamed aspect of ourselves, the sense of understanding and of knowing, but then also the sense of how and why and where and when and oh my gosh, and nobody can know this about me. It's not okay. And you're sitting here and you're seeing the power that is you. You're seeing the power that is your heart. And you're seeing the tame side, the side that society likes to see. But we're also seeing the untamed side, the wild side, the side of a human being that can be driven by base instincts, a side of, this determination, this almost savagery for success. It's like, I will be moving forward. I will be going after it. And the thing that you're doing here is not that you're indulging in, in base desires. What you're looking at is you're saying, I respect that side of me. Because remember, it's bringing respect for all sides of your personage, all honoring of your soul and of yourself. And it's saying, I see that, but it doesn't get to rule me. I see also the tamed aspect of myself, but it doesn't get to rule me. I get to be in the middle. I get to be this person who understands, who understands the tremendous power that human beings hold, for good or for bad. And I move forward in my truth. I am neither naive nor gullible. I stand in my passion, in my desire, and in who I am. And that chariot guides you forward. And you defend what you have built, what you want within your life. The star, it crowns you. It's like the stars in the heavens, they crown you. This higher form of man's achievements, this higher form of man's perfection, this place where the gods walked, this place where the pyramids were aligned to, where we told stories about them. Our ancestors told stories about the stars, made them into gods. We use the stars today. And here, you're being guided. You're being guided towards something so much greater than you had realized. And it leads you then to the Ace of Wands. God, Source, Spirit, however you see the divine universe, is handing you a gift of passion, of determination. This is you in the minor arcana. Okay, you are represented by the wands. So when you get a gift in, who you are and how you were born and the essence that makes up you, the passion that makes up you, it's powerful. It can knock you off your feet. You're looking at things internally, and you emotionally, you're very much internalizing things. And you're looking at this gift and you're saying, how does this passion guide me? Where is it that I want to be? What is it that I desire? How do I move forward? What is it that lights my fire, that gets me out of bed in the morning? How is it that I need to embrace, my beauty, my passion, my understanding to help me face the day? And then it brings you to the Page of Cups. It brings you to being a student of your heart, of your soul, of what you desire, of, the interconnectedness of what it is that you truly want in the financial world. Okay? In the world of planting the seeds and reaping a harvest, and in the world of, cause and effect, what is it that your heart greatly desires? How is it that you are moving forward? Because the Knight of Pentacles is here, and it's slowly and steadily moving towards success. So you have all of this going on inside. And externally, people see you as astoundingly methodical. They might even say, wow, it's kind of out of character for you, Aries, to be so succinct with things during this time. But what people forget is that Aries is the god of war. And you don't have a willy-nilly war. Nobody, that's not good. Well, war isn't good anyway, but, that's not how you run your troops. That's not how you do things. That's not how you aim for success. So you can be astoundingly methodical if you use your gifts wisely. If you look at the passion of what it is that you desire. If you ground yourself and center yourself and sit there and step back and say, why? How? Answer those questions. Answer them to the fullest of your ability. It's not like because I want to. It's because this will aid in my success. How? And why does it need to be done? Why do I need to move forward that way? Because then it leads you to building a very solid foundation for you moving forward, defending your wealth, your prosperity, your abundance, your power, the seeds that you have planted into the ground. And you're going to see yourself manifesting greatness where you hadn't expected it. You're going to see yourself moving forward in a way that you thought was ludicrous. It's like it's never going to happen, and now it is. And you're looking at things and you're like, this is it, isn't it? And so you slowly, steadily, methodically move forward, and it brings you to the Ten of Cups. It brings you to a happiness that is just divine. It lasts for generations. This is a prosperity that lasts for generations. This is a happiness that lasts for generations. This is an embracing of the heart. This is a power of the soul. These are the stories you read about. Okay? And they all live happily ever after. They get their dream. They get their wish. They have exactly what they want. They may have had to tweak it along the way to figure out exactly what it is that they wanted, but they have it. It's like those cozy romance books, or those really feel-good rom-coms kind of things. That's it. And as much as we might laugh at them or say, oh, that's so silly, it's that feel good security of heart and of soul, in the sense of there can be happily ever afters. There can be joy within the world. And I can be a part of that. And I can just feel the warmth within your heart chakra with that knowledge that leads you forward. It's like, that's what I want. That's what I need. That's what I desire. Because you're tired. You're tired of doubting. You're tired of other people's voices eclipsing your own. You're tired of working and working and working and feeling like you're not getting anywhere. You're tired of being tired. You're tired of, being overwhelmed. So you are steadily and diligently working towards this goal of beautiful and powerful success. And what comes up is there are all the heartbreaks and pains and disappointments that you've been through, the despairs and the devastations, the fact that it feels like you're just going to perpetuate those wounds. And that's what life is about. And it's not. Those wounds are part of our lessons. They're part of the agreements that we made before we came down here. They're part of what divinity is teaching us. And so as we look at our wounds, as we look at our pain and our suffering, and the fact that things tend to repeat themselves, there are lessons that come up, and they're taught in different ways, of course, different faces, different characters, different settings. But it is a sense of, do I lose my temper too fast? And is part of the hurt that I'm seeing that, like, I jump to conclusions? Is it, like, that could be one path. Is it that I don't speak up enough for myself? Is it the other, extreme? I don't speak up for myself. I just hold it in and hold it in and hold it in till I explode. Because here, the heart, it can be a candle, but I see it kind of as a bomb. It's like it's ready to blow from all the pain. And you have this blue rose here. Blue roses are, well, they don't exist. And if they do exist, they're always genetically modified. But there is a story about the blue rose, and it's a Chinese fairy tale. And it's about this beautiful princess who wanted to marry the person that she wanted to marry. But her father said to her, I'm getting old. Please, pick somebody. And so she tells the gardener, who has been her childhood friend, go and pick me a white rose and give it to me at sunset in the blue room. So the white rose turns red. I mean, not the red, turns blue. And she has her blue rose given to her by a person that she loves. Because the emperor had her father had her set a task. And it was the task of to find her true love, to find the person who loved her, who she wanted to be with. And her task was that they had to give her a blue rose. And so here, it's the impossible becoming possible because of the understanding of the heart, because of the understanding of your soul and of yourself and what you desire. And what you're looking at is you're looking at your truth. You're looking at what's absolutely important to you and the way that things have been disappointing in your life, the scars that people have cut in. So one man who tried to give her a blue rose had it carved from stone. And she looked into his eyes and said, this rose is as hard as your eyes are. I will not marry you. So it's like force doesn't get you where you want to be. And that's one of the lessons that we learn. The other one had a delicate painting of a rose on a teacup. And she looked into his eyes and she knew he couldn't handle any of the stresses of her world. And she said, this cup is as delicate as you are. No. And then there was another one, but I cannot remember what it was. And she turned them all down, all people who were astoundingly powerful, much more powerful than the gardener's son. And that's what we see here. We see that with the Three of Swords. We see that hurt, that pain, that disappointment that can break our hearts, and that has broken our hearts. And it's saying, no more. I get to choose, whether people understand it or not. I get to choose the love that brings me forward. I get to choose the path that guides me. And it doesn't get to be the negativity that has been spoken over me. It doesn't get to be the hurts and the pains and the disappointments. I don't get to be defined by my failures or other people's failures anymore. I'm breaking the generational curses. I'm breaking the sense of I can't. And I'm moving into I can, and more importantly, I am. And it brings you to a rebalancing of the scales. It brings you here to wealth falling into your lap. It's like, here comes the prosperity. But it's a balancing of the scales. It's a discernment of your soul. It's saying, this is what I want, because this is what I expect from my life. And it's not being unrealistic. It's not sitting back and saying, okay, well, the money better flow in, and I'm not going to do anything for it. It's like, no, I connect with my success, with my prosperity, with my abundance, with myself. I balance the scales. No more am I giving and giving and giving, and nobody's, giving back, or nobody's even grateful. So I balance. And when I balance, and when I set these limits, and when I treat myself justly, the prosperity comes. And that's what leads you to the Aquarius energy here, to the star, to the sense of the highest form of your abundance, of your connection, of what it is that you desire. It leads you also to divinity, really seeing into your soul and into yourself. What is it that you want? Where are you heading? How are you getting there? What is it that you truly desire? It's not the cross the fingers, I wish for a new car type of thing. It's, what does my soul long for? What is it that I need? How is it that I'm empowered, emboldened? Where do I go? What do I want? This is the wish card. Wishes come true during this time. Why? Well, because Aries, quite frankly, I would not want to be the person that stands in your way during this time. Because there is such a power, there is such a distinction, there is such a dedication to you that you see yourself moving forward. And every obstacle that comes into your way, which as you're taking this gift is mostly from the mind, sitting there and thinking, I'm not worthy, or, telling you all the reasons why you shouldn't. And once you start to see the blessings around you, and once you start to call in that prosperity and live in that prosperous truth, there is nothing and there is no one that will hold you back. And then you're guided. You're guided to greatness. You're guided to more than you imagined. And yet, it's not more than you've longed for. Let's go deeper. Aries, December 16th to the 31st, 2020. 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 Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. And let's see the people who will be aiding you during this time. Who are the people who will be aiding Aries? December 16th to the 30th, 2020, Aries. Who are the people who will be aiding Aries? December 16th to the 30th, 2020, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, fantastic. You have 4. That's lovely. So we start here with the Prince of Wands. Fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You feel very drawn to this person because fire sign energy calls to fire sign energy. This is a very passionate person. This is a person who wants to get things done. They have their armor on. They're tougher than they look. All right? And this is a person who is fiery and determined as they move forward. And that's going to be something that really inspires you during this time. This kind of like, I'm going after what I want. I'm going after what I need. And it brings you then to the Prince of Swords. I'm not surprised at all. This is an air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. This is a person who, again, cuts through doubts and fears. You know where you stand. You know why you stand there. And this is a person who is very assured of their knowledge, very much assured of who they are and what they want and where they're headed. And that is just going to be really inspirational. This person very much guided by passion. This person more guided by their mind, more guided by the way that they put things together. Even if you're sitting there and you're thinking, well, that's not logical. To them, it makes perfect sense. So you're going to really you're going to be inspired by their way of seeing things, and you're really going to like their twist on things. So that's going to be cool. Then we have the Prince of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have the Prince of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles in the main part of the reading. You have him again here. So this is dedication, determination, slowly and steadily. The people who inspire you during this time, they're warriors at heart. And it doesn't mean that they have to physically fight. They might never have fought a day in their life, but they have fought differently. They are determined. They are dreamers. They are moving towards their abundance. And it's the chakra energy here that is really such a powerful part of you, really redefining how you see your success and how you see your power and how you embrace what you need from yourself. And that there's force here to it, but there's also a slow and steady build and accumulation. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is somebody whose energy really resonates with yours. But this is also somebody who puts things together in a way that you hadn't seen it. You thought, oh, it had to be like this. And now you're like, oh, but why? Why does it have to be this way? Like, why is success only like this? Why not like this? And it's like, why not? And that's going to be a huge part of you during this time. It's like, why not? So we have the Two of Pentacles, the Princess of Wands, the King of Pentacles, Judgment, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Hierophant, which is Taurus energy, time frame April 20th to May 20th. Very powerful, especially for those who are born on the cusp with Taurus. The Six of Swords and the Ten of Swords. Now, what's so interesting is in the main part of your reading, you have the Ten of Cups and you have the Ten of Pentacles, the best tens that you can possibly get. Here you have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords, which are a little bit more trying, but they show that during this time you have completed cycles, you have come to a conclusion, you are moving forward prosperity, okay, emotionally, passionately, and mentally. You're seeing things change. And what's happening here with the Two of Pentacles, as you change your mind and change your life, as you embrace this queenly awareness and this power, you start to see everything that you're juggling. And you start to see, wow, I can be juggling this for eternity. And for a lot of you, it's not going to be what you like. It's not going to be what you want. There's going to be a lot of questions here. So here with the Two of Pentacles, it's looking at what it is that you need to balance within your life. It's also looking at, if I don't balance myself, and that's going to be a huge thing for you here, Aries, if I don't balance myself, everything will fall apart. Or everything will just take and take and take, and I won't get that reward. I won't get that Six of Pentacles with that payday kind of coming in. Everybody will just take it away and use it for themselves. So I need to be discerning to me. I need to be more boisterous of the energy that I let into my life. I need to be more, kind of put my foot down with how far I stretch myself, how I overstretch myself. And then it brings you to the Princess of Wands over the Nine of Swords. It's like you become the Princess of Wands. You have yourself getting a gift, right? Of the Ace of Wands. So the Princess of Wands is the Page of Wands and in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. And this is a sense of looking at things openly, honestly, truthfully, and looking at the nightmares and saying, no more. No more do you get to rule me. No more do I get to be held back by you. I am embracing the power of my truth and the determination of my soul, and I will be moving forward in this power. And you look at things more openly. You look at things more honestly. You look at things with greater realization, and it brings you to being quite dapper. It brings you to being successful, to being prosperous, to being bountiful, to saying, this is what I need, want, and desire within my life. As the King of Pentacles, you had the negative King of Pentacles here, which was being controlling. But here, over the Ten of Pentacles, it's like, this is the prosperity that I want within my life. This is the prosperity that I'm moving forward with. And this is how I'm connecting my success within all aspects of what I desire, of what I need, and of what's important to me. And it brings you to to judgment. It brings you to your angels walking with you as you turn inward, as you truly embrace what it is that you love, what it is that you want, and how it is that you move forward. There is a sense here of seeing things so much more clearly, honestly, openly, and truthfully than you had imagined. And as you embrace your angels and divinity and your spirit guides being around you, the Four of Swords shows that you're paying homage to the heartbreak, the pain, and the disappointment that you have been through. With the Ace of Wands coming in, with this gift coming forward, with this blessing coming over you, it is taken because you understand how hard you work to get here. And it's not like, oh, I deserve it, thank you, or I deserve it, about time. It's looking at every single negative road that you have walked, every single negative experience that you've gone through. It's looking at the hardships and the doubts and the pains and the tears and everything, and saying, I've been forged. You know, swords aren't forged kindly. They are stuck in fire. They turn red hot, and they are hammered and hammered and hammered until the shape is right. And that's what life is. It's not supposed to be easy. It's not always kind at all. But it hammers us into something that is fierce, into something that can be deadly with its accuracy in its understanding of the world around it. And so here, that's what you're embracing. You're paying homage to everything that you have been through. You're giving yourself a time of respect and of honor. And it moves you to the Ten of Wands. It moves you to taking the load off your shoulders and saying enough is enough. Because now I am a student of my heart, a student of what I need, a student of my soul. And as you let go of these burdens, you also let go of trying to handle things for everybody else. Because Aries, whether people know it or not, you want to ease the burden off of others. It is your determination, it is your dedication, it is your fire, it is your truth. And so you'll take their life lessons and you'll put it on your back and say, okay, it's my responsibility if you fail or if you don't. You know, if you succeed, if you don't, it's still my responsibility. And here's the thing, it's not. It's theirs. It's theirs. That's why sometimes when you help somebody out so much and they give you nothing, it's like, what the heck? Or they're resentful. It's like, what the heck? Excuse me. What the heck? And why? And here with the Hierophant, you turn inward. You turn inward as you slowly and steadily move forward in your prosperity. You turn inward as you see what it is that your heart desires. You know, we can bubble down happiness to kind of key components. You know, everybody needs security, you know, stability. Everybody wants to be loved. And, you know, it goes onward. But how that interprets into your life, when we say happy, and we say security, and when we say love, and when we say all these words, that people are like, yeah, I want that. Yeah, I want that. It's like, what does that mean? What does it mean to you? Because here, it's looking at the essence of yourself. And again, you have the all-seeing eye. I also see this very much as, you know, this warding off of evil during this time, this sense of, I'm embracing my truth. I'm letting go of, and I know generational curses is such a dramatic way to put it, but it's the negativity of the DNA. It's the negativity of the past life self. And it's saying, I embrace my grace, my strength, my power, my understanding, because I am mightier than kings. I am mightier than emperors. I am determined focus. And that's what you're doing here. And it moves you forward. You take up all your knowledge, all your understanding, and you move from the heartbreak, from the pain, from the disappointment, from the anger. And because we tend to go through that in like a circle, right? It's like, oh, this pain is mine. It is my truth. It is what has forged me. It is, you know, everything. It's like, no, it's not. It's not. And now it's time to take your knowledge and it's time to move forward, because it might be a big part of you, you know, and you can't undo pain, but it doesn't get to be the first way that mentally you define yourself. It doesn't get to be what takes away from your beauty and your brilliance and your power. And you're taking your power back, Aries. And it brings you then to the Ten of Swords. You're taking it back. You're afraid at times? Yeah, of course. Is it going to be the smoothest of journeys? No, not always. But you take the Ten of Swords, and you see that each sword is a stab for each year. Everything that you have learned over a decade. And it's like, oh, I see. I see. Because the thing with the Ten of Swords is that, you know, back once upon a time, you didn't leave weapons on the battlefield. I don't know if they do now, but you just didn't. You took the weapons. You took the swords because they were highly expensive. They were spoils of war. You took the swords and you rearmed yourself and you armed yourself. And so here to have a wealth, because this is literally, a fortune in her back and her hand, you wouldn't do that. So here it's saying, I have a wealth of knowledge. Did the knowledge cut me? Yes. Did it hurt obtaining it? Absolutely. But am I more powerful because I know? Yes. Yes, you are. And now there's more knowledge, there's more determination, there's more focus around you. And so you rise. This is the darkness before the dawn. You rise and you embrace your power. You embrace your truth. Let's see your subconscious, not your subconscious. Let's see your spirit animal message. Aries, December 2020. Aries, December 16th. There we go. To the 31st, 2020, Aries. December 16th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. December 16th to the 31st, 2020, Aries. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides. Fantastic. So we have here the seahorse spirit. Watch and wait. Watch and wait, because you'll be surprised at the way things evolve. You'll be surprised at how the discernment, how, sitting there and being really, it's kind to the energy of yourself, pays off. And then we have the owl spirit. You see clearly now. A veil has been lifted from your eyes. You see things more clearly because you see the power of the sides of things, of the good and the bad, of the, of the wild and the tamed. You see the balance, and you respect that balance within you. And then it leads you to the electric eel spirit. Bring your ideas to life. It is time to illuminate your life, your soul, yourself, your ideas, and your ideals. And that's what the Hierophant is also saying. In the public arena, you are crowned by bringing your ideas to life, of saying, this is who I am, this is innately who I am, and it is a truth that guides me forward, and it has been forged into me. This is a truth that has been hard-earned and well-earned. Your subconscious spirit animal message is the lizard spirit. There we go. Dream the world into being. I love that. Believe in your dreams enough to let them become part of your reality. Then we have your subconscious chakra message, which is meditation, which is the third eye, not the third eye, which is the crown chakra. And here you're really focusing around the heart, connecting, meditating on the heart, and crowning your head with what your soul, your heart, your emotions deeply need. Taking time out. We see that with the Hermit. It's going to be so important for you. Then we have your subconscious people message, which is the Hierophant, and this is that Taurus energy coming through again. This is determination, stubbornness. People will say you're a bit bullheaded at times, but you are going after what you want, what you need, and what you are absolutely dedicated to and for. So here, this is powerful. This is you saying, this is my power, this is my truth, this is who I am, and there is nothing and there is no one who is going to stop me. And then it brings you to your subconscious tarot message, which is the Death card, which is Scorpio energy, time frame October 23rd to November 21st. This is a dying away of the old self, a rebirth of the new. This is stepping into your power. This is a greater understanding. This is walking between the spiritual world and the earthly world, which can be something that you are desperately trying to balance between. Don't forget yourself as you seek this balance, as you seek this understanding. Hone what it is that you desire. Embrace what it is that you truly desire, because you are being reborn into that truth. You're like the phoenix rising from the ashes. You're also seeing things not with colored glasses. And it's not just like rose-colored glasses that make everything look better, but it's not with blue-colored glasses either that can make everything seem just a little bit sadder. You're looking at things and you're saying, this is the truth. This is the balancing, harmonizing truth of the world and of what I desire. And I am moving forward in that truth. And then you have here, going deeper into your subconscious, the Eight of Wands. Once you see this, once you embrace what you desire, once you see what it is that you want, once you have this stabilizing factor of the Death card coming in, this walking between the spiritual and the earthly, you see changes starting to come. And it's like, ready or not, here they come. Ready or not, you are moving forward. And it sweeps you off your feet and it guides you in a way that you hadn't expected, but that you really do need. All right, Aries, I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we are guided by divinity towards our dreams, as our souls are actually being heard, and as we rise in a way that is absolutely unexpected, but powerful and transformative. And we step, because you will be stepping, Aries, into 2021 with a more profound and truthful outlook on what it is that you want and where you're headed. And it becomes profound guidance for you. It becomes a profound understanding. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Aries.